I thought this pick was going to be easy. Turns out it's going to be frightening because Ian Garry actually might win unless Belal really want to fight him. He should go out there and wrestle. But I heard the name of his game plan for this one's called Lightning. Because instead of going there trying to rumble like thunder, he's going to go in there and try to strike him. But yeah, baby, yeah, another one, brother. Strike like lightning. That was a bar, man. Like, thank you, guys. Guys, this is the thing about this fight that's kind of bothering me, guys. I was very certain in Belal Muhammad until fight week approached, because my whole thing about this is, like, I feel like after the Jack Della Maddalena fight, Belal's mindset should really be like, I made it a competitive with Jack Della Maddalena, who's a primary boxer. And I yes, you did do good. So I do think Belal's taken from that fight is like, yo, JDM's one of the best in the world. No one can stand with him, but I stood with him and I kind of tit for tatted maxed. So I could definitely do it with anyone else in the world, and that includes somebody with the likes of Ian Garry. But guys, if Belal, like I said, if his game plan is like lightning, to strike like lightning and just keep striking with him and strike with him, I think it's the worst thing he could possibly do against a 6'3", long rangey striker who actually has pretty good combos, pretty good entries, and then exits really well. And Belal does talk about in this interview, Ian Garry's gonna stick and move, he's gonna run, brother, as fast as he can, brother. Like, he's gonna run as fast as he can. He's not gonna get close. He's not gonna let you get close. So I just hope that this is all facade talk. Now, there's been moments where Belal said he's going to strike, or not Belal, because Belal, when he says it, he kind of does it. Oh my God. Belal kind of does it when he says it. But there's moments when, like, fighters say they're going to strike and then they don't strike. Like, oh, I'm going to strike, and they shoot a takedown the first 2 seconds. I'm hoping that's nothing more than this. But, like, Belal's track record, man, ever since he got the Sean Brady TKO finish, I know he wrestled against Leon, but it's just like, his confidence is striking is growing, and I don't think it's a bad thing, brother, for confidence to grow. He's a real bad man. Like, Belal's the GOAT, man. I think his confidence should grow, but it shouldn't be diluted. He has to fight Ian Garry the way he fought Leon Edwards, or he's gonna lose. That's how I see it. Ian Garry's too tall. He's gonna be taller than Jack Della Maddalena. Yes, you went tit for tat with JDM. JDM won. So you should take that from the fight as well, for the fact JDM's not 6'3" and like lanky and has good kicks and good combos and good entries and exits. Belal Muhammad, I'm hope he's bluffing, but we're going to react to this interview, guys, so you can see what Belal's saying before this fight. And no, I'm not tripping. Let's get the headphones in, guys. Brother, I really hope this all just Belal talk a little bit, because, brother, Shibail, if this is the real Shibail. Let's get into the interview. Let's stop stalling.
Mike Bond joined now by Belal Muhammad, the former champ, who returns to action Saturday, UFC Qatar against Ian Machado Garry. Belal, how's it been out there so far?
Man, it's been great. The people here have been amazing. The sights, the energy just feels really good to be out here.
Yeah, that's awesome. When did you get there?
It's been a couple weeks now.
Okay, nice. And the reception's good? They love you there, I imagine?
Of course.
Yeah, man. It's just different over here. It's way better than being in Canada, I'll tell you that much.
Wow, hater. But man, what a great time to talk to you. Obviously, your fight super significant for this division. We just saw so much change at welterweight on Saturday at UFC 322. What was your biggest takeaway from the night of fights? It could be any of those three big results that we got.
A lot happened.
Man, I think Morales probably had the biggest performance to finish a guy like Brady in that way, and Brady was coming off a couple wins.
The fact that he's saying this, guys, and he's still like going up, and why did Brady was standing, guys? If you didn't watch the fight, Brady just didn't want to fucking wrestle. Brady was like, let me just be a little bit scared, maybe, like, brother. And then he's like over here in this interview talking about he's gonna stand. I just feel like game plan means everything in chat. Chat, Sean Brady fight made me realize how much game plan actually matters. You could think a fighter's gonna do something. If they don't go out there and do it, then the fight's different. I hope Belal, like, saying this out loud, saying that, like, Morales was the biggest surprise because he finished Brady, who's one of the best wrestlers, who's coming off of crazy momentum. I hope this makes Belal wake up and make sure he doesn't strike with Ian.
That was huge. I think a lot of people now realize who he is. I've been saying it for a long time that he's a beast. People are, like, not looking at him. But after beating Brady like that, now they're looking.
Yeah, seriously. And that was like my big question going into that fight, given the fight you had with Sean, just like, how is he still going to react when a big shot lands, and is it going to be much different? Was that kind of a question you had going into this matchup as well?
Yeah, I mean, I said in my breakdown that I don't think that he likes to get hit. And
he did say that.
If he can't get you to the fence, it's going to be a long night for him. And then Morales did a good job of just hitting him early, hitting him fast. And he's a big boy, so those hits hurt.
Yeah. What about Prochus and Leon Edwards? What did you make of that?
Oh, I mean, Pratis, he's very good, very smart. He's a sniper, man. And I think Leon Edwards just got out of his game plan. It looked like he was meant to be like wrestling the whole
He started talking to him. That's the truth.
time. But I think Pratis talking to him a little bit, getting in his head a little bit. Leon started chirping back.
Yeah.
But that's not your game. I think that's Pratis' game. He's very smart and cool and just chilling there. Uh, but yeah, it sucks for Leon right now.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. What do you think his future looks like after, having such a long streak and then it's a
Retire.
decision, then a submission, then a knockout?
Retire. Holy shit, retire.
I think now it comes down to like maybe fun fights. Masvidal comes back. You get Masvidal. You've had Cerrone talking about coming back. Nate Diaz. I don't know. I think he's at that level now, not the young up and comers.
Damn.
Yeah, no, I think that makes sense. And then, of course,
Fuck.
the main event, we saw Islam go in there, do his thing. A pretty one-sided performance there. Did you expect that fight to be like that definitive, or did you think Jack would have more
Bilal's really good at breaking down because he said something similar to me that if Islam gets on top of him, it's going to be hard for Jaden to get out.
for him and be able to have some more success?
No, yeah, I mean, I said it, if Islam sometimes goes into fights and he wants to strike a little bit, right? He wants to brawl, but I think they did a good job of keeping him sticking to the strategy, and he did a very smart job of hitting those calf kicks early. I think that played a huge role in it, and it
Great.
really messed up Jack's footwork. So then that was just an easy target for Islam to shoot and take him down. But I knew if it hit the ground, I don't think there was anything that Jack was going to do to be able to get up. Islam's so good on top, and he's very heavy.
Yeah, he's strong as shit.
Yeah, what did you kind of see out of Islam at this weight class? Did you notice anything like meaningful compared to all his lightweight fights in terms of what he was able to do, or did you pretty much just see a similar guy in there?
Yeah, I mean, I just saw a similar guy. I knew he was big enough for 170. I didn't think that he would be undersized or anything like that. Them guys are they're all so strong. They all train with some monsters over there. So I don't think that there'd be a size that matters. I think it comes down to like
Hmm.
Jack not training with somebody from that region, right? You could train with Craig Jones. You could train with this jiu-jitsu
Craig
guy, but
Jones.
the guys from Dagestan and the guys from there, like DDP felt the same thing when he fought Hamzat, right? If you never felt it, you don't want your first time to feel it in the cage
True.
with a referee in there.
Yeah, for real. Well, we'll circle back to what all this means, but of course, your fight plays into this entire picture
Yes.
here.
Damn, this boy is rambling about nothing, bro. Get to the point, eh?
Just tell me, like, how was the preparation for Ian? What are your expectations for this fight on Saturday?
Come on, Bilal.
Yeah, I mean, preparation was great. I feel like I'm training with two of the best strikers in the world right now. Ignacio Balmanes and then his younger brother, who's with me here in Qatar right now. 17-year-old, this kid's a little monster. And he's already
17?
a pro. So I was like, the next generation of all these young guys in the welterweight division. I got to find some young guys and even younger guy right here with this kid. Uh, not Epstein young, but it's MMA young. So for me, it's just the energy they give off, the style they give off. I couldn't ask for anybody better.
I don't know if this. I don't actually. Listen, I don't know how good this 17-year-old Ignacio Bahamando's little brother is, brother. But I don't know this guy Ian Garry level. You know, Ignacio's pretty tall. Like he's a pretty good build for I guess preparing Bilal. But we'll have to see, man. Ignacio's a good striker.
That's awesome. And how much better and smoother was this camp? I mean, I know you don't want to make any excuses for the Jack fight, but people who are paying attention know how serious that foot issue you had that led to, you pulling out of the Shavkat fight. Did this just feel much more sturdy and just like healthier of a training camp?
Oh yeah, man, it felt great. This is the best I ever felt, the strongest I ever felt. And yeah, man, I just can't wait to get that taste out of my mouth and get in there Saturday and get my hand raised.
Yeah, how much different is the mindset coming off a loss? It'd been such a long time
True.
for you. Like, was it remotivating, refocusing? How did that change your mindset going into this fight?
Yeah, man, I hate to lose in anything, man. We've been doing nothing but playing video games all week here, and I've just been pissed off anytime I lose a game. So like to lose a fight, it's even worse. So for myself, like you said, you're not. There's guys that can lose a fight and they give excuses and they look for reasons why, and then their next fight they'll lose again because the excuse was a lie to themselves. So they're lying to yourself. So for me, it's we had to refocus, we had to readjust, we had to see all right what went wrong, what didn't go wrong, and then we just had to outwork our last camp. And this camp was our best camp.
He sounds motivated, guys. I'm listening to Bilal. I'm like, I genuinely think he sounds motivated. Like I think he sounds ready to go. Like I don't think Bilal necessarily. he has the right mindset. And this is why I said, like, this fight's really 50-50 for me. I'm gonna probably drop a breakdown on it sooner rather than later, or maybe the prediction video. But the thing about this is that I really feel like Belal with this mindset, it's going to be hard to beat him. You would think, though, someone like Belal Muhammad coming off that JDM loss would understand where he went wrong wasn't necessarily just all on the feet and more so on, like, the lack of what it was early on. Shooting one takedown in the first 2 rounds is not acceptable. This is a 3-round fight, man. Like, Belal's got to shoot early, man, and often. This is not a 5-rounder. You can't just wait till the championship rounds to shoot. It's just.
And I think Saturday I'm going to show it.
Yeah, you've never been hesitant to give a very
Here we go.
And broken down prediction. What are you gonna do to Ian Garry in there on Saturday?
Honestly, for me, it's I think Ian's gonna try to run around the whole first round, but then by the end of the first round, his little point jabbing is not gonna work. Then I'm gonna grab a hold of him. I'm gonna take him down. I'm gonna let him back up just because I want to show him that I could take you down if I want to, and then I'm gonna outbox him. Because he said he could outstrike me. He thinks he's a pretty striker. He's been in there with some great strikers, right? He's been there with MVP. He's been there with Shavkat. He's been there with Prates. And none of them guys finished him. So for me, it's finishing him on the feet and then reminding everybody who I am.
Damn.
Here's the problem. Like, there's just so much wrong with what he said.
I'm going to outbox him.
Here's the thing about this, though.
But then by the end of the first round.
Okay, first, it sounds like, and this is not a horrible thing for Belal to say, this sounds like pure honesty. I do think Ian Garry might win the first round by sticking and moving, like, and just being active and being a lot. But, like, Belal kind of accepted it, too. I don't like that Belal's accepting that as well, Like, yeah, he's going to probably stick and move and jab me in the first round, and then, after that, he's going to suck. I'm going to grab a hold of him. I'm going to take him down. He's not on my level. He's not Usman. He's not Usman in the wrestling. I know who I am. No, but I know, like, I don't like him surrendering the first round. Like, oh, yeah, after the first round, it's not going to work. And then I'm going to grab a hold of him, and then I'm going to start. So it already seems like now you're going to wait for him to tire out in the first round without shooting much, and then you're going to try to wrestle in the second round. Already don't like that game plan. That's already getting me mad. And then, like, the whole, like, yeah, take him down. Let him back to his feet. I box him. I strike. Like, dude, what? What do you mean? Like, Belal always does this. Like, I'm going to take him down, double on his head, and then play with him, talk to him a little bit. He does that, and he was doing it against Leon. But, like, I just don't like this narrative that initially I'm already knowing that he's not even thinking about shooting early based on what he's saying here. And then secondly, he's like, what do you mean you're going to strike him and knock him out? Like, what are you even on about? And then he even compares, like, yeah, I know he's been there with, like, MVP and all these great strikers. So what are you really on about, dude? Yeah, he's been in there with Shavkat and MVP and all these other great strikers and Prates. But what makes you, I'm not saying, it's not even about, like, what makes you different. I'm not even trying to say Belal can't strike. Hands like Canelo. He's a GOAT. But it's just like, why is this your game plan against a 6'3" long, rangy striker who literally outpointed and schooled Carlos Prates, who's a pretty sound striker? Of course, Prates doesn't have, like, shot selection, but if he's not going to use I'm going to say it right now, if he doesn't wrestle in the first round, he's going to lose to Ian Garry. This is not 5 rounds. You don't have time to, like, in a 5-round fight, I feel a lot more comfortable picking Belal because what he's saying right now could be like the case, honestly, in a 5-round fight. I've seen Ian Garry start crawling to the fucking corner against fucking Prates, baby. Prates had him crawling in the corner. Prates had him crawling in the corner. So, like, if Prates is breaking you in the 5th, I know Belal could. Brother, this is 30-round fight, brother. Who this guy? You can't just take your time and then try to break him early, like, later on. I just don't like the game plan of Belal. It's not clicking with me. I'm actually trying to figure out if this is just Belal talking and then not going to do it. But I just feel like Belal's a little bit too genuine in some of these things, man.
To give a very thorough.
Honestly, for me, it's I think Ian's going to try to run around the whole first round. But then by the end of the first round, his little point jabbing is not going to work. Then I'm going to grab a hold of him. I'm going to take him down. I'm going to let him back up just because I want to show him that I could take you down if I want to. And then I'm going to outbox him because he said he could outstrike me. He thinks
Belal can't outbox Ian Garry without a takedown threat. Like he just said in the end of the first round. Listen, I think Ian Garry could, like, run like that for 2 rounds. Like he did for 4 rounds straight pretty well against Prates. Of course, that also points to Prates not being high volume and not capitalizing when you had Ian Garry against the fence. Of course, Belal should capitalize more on that. But Dude, like Ian Garry will actually land clean and like kind of tag up and hurt Belal in these instances, man. Like Belal, especially without the takedown threat, because JDM didn't see a takedown threat. JDM didn't respect the takedown threat from Belal because he shot one takedown in the first 2 rounds and like it was a half-ass takedown. You know, Ian Gary's not gonna respect the takedown until you make it. You gotta like look what Islam did to JDM, guys. He put the takedown threat in his head early to the point where JDM had to respect it, and then when JDM forgot to respect it, and then it was like, oh, Islam's out striking me. Let me try to get my get back. Islam shoots a double leg. That's the thing about establishing the takedown threat early. Islam established it early, so every single time he feint, it'll have JDM reacting horribly. Look how bad JDM was reacting to everything Islam was doing. If Islam did this, JDM's doing this. Everything Islam was doing, he'll fake a leg grab and go for the top. Like, it will fake out JDM horribly. The thing about Belal Muhammad is that if you don't, like, against JDM, you didn't establish that early, so JDM was not respecting you, especially later on in the fight when you had JDM against the fence. He was just trying to pick his shots and not even worrying about the takedown. And Belal did end up getting him, like, down later in, like, for the championship rounds, like, with some good takedowns, but that's because JDM didn't respect it and then got caught with it late. Because he was a little bit more fatigued, but that's like in a 5-round fight, man. This is a 3-rounder, man. Ian Garry can run away for about 2 rounds. So if you don't get a hold of him in the first and start like slowing down that pace, I don't care if you're holding him against the fence and throwing knees at the legs. You need to do stuff like that. Slow the guy down. To slow him down, you're gonna need to get a hold of him. You can't just chase him down for the first round and then surrender and get outstruck, or you're gonna play catch up. And playing catch up with Ian Garry is gonna literally run away, and you're gonna have to catch up. It's gonna be that's out of a bar, you know. Like he's gonna have to play catch up literally and figuratively if you give up this first round without getting a hold of this guy. I'm telling him right now, man. I hope Belal sees this, brother. Well, this is all love, brother. You know, I don't want you to take offense because I'm handsome guy trying to tell you, brother. You know, I love you, brother. You know, let's get this win and be smart. This is what I think you should do. Don't fall into the law of striking with him just to prove a point. Listen, we know hands like Canelo. We know you're the best. You know, Belal, you're the best. We don't need to see the hands like Canelo. We need to see you fight like you fought Leon. Don't be Sean Brady. Don't be a goofball. Fight, man, fight. Don't make your game plan lightning and trying to strike. You know, I know lightning be striking. That doesn't mean you got to be striking too.
Want to. And then I'm gonna outbox him because he said he could outstrike me. He thinks he's a pretty striker. He's been in there with some great strikers, right? He's been there with MVP. He's been there with Shavkat. He's been there with Pratis, and none of the guys finished him. So for me, it's finishing him on the feet and then reminding everybody who I am.
I think it's an ego thing. It's got to be, man. Because why? Who cares if you're the only one to knock him out? No one's going to applaud you for that.
Damn, I mean, that would be a hell of a statement, but
just win.
What does it do here? I mean, obviously the elephant in the room, Islam is now the champion. Does this change your future plans here? I know you've talked about maybe
I'm interested what he's going to say here, you know.
Middleweights, like, is that in play, or what do you think the victory, if you get it the way you want to, what does this all mean?
He's not going up to middleweight.
I mean, we're looking at Jake Paul. No, I'm messing with you. For myself, it's only focusing on one guy, man. I don't want to look past anybody. I'm only looking at Saturday. Ask me that question Sunday. I'll give you an answer.
Okay, that's fair. Everyone wants.
I wonder, you know, it would look a little bit weird if like Belal was like, yeah, I never fight Islam. But like when Islam has decided, like, yeah, Islam sucks. Islam and Usman, why would they fight? They're both bad on the bums. I'm the best. It'd be a little bit weird, a little bit sus if Allah switches up, you know. I'll support my Palestinian brother, but I don't know, you know. It'd be a little bit weird.
The shot, though. I mean, that's pretty clear. We saw these guys make the performance. Usman, Shavkat. Who ultimately do you think is going to get the next fight with Islam?
Yeah, I mean, I think for Usman to talk and act like he deserves a shot, the guy's 1-3 out of his last 4, and he turned down a fight with me to fight this weekend. So I think he's automatically marked off. I feel like Shavkat being injured and being out, he's going to have to get another win.
I can't lie. Usman turned, like, it's supposed to be Usman versus Belal this weekend. Think about that. Oh, Usman, man. I love Usman. That's my Nigerian brother, but bro, he was playing around in the bush too much, brother. Maybe a little bit hiding. I'm gonna be honest, brother. He ducked Belal. One thing about me, but I'll say when people duck, he ducked Belal, and I know why he ducked him because, like, not that he's gonna think he's gonna lose, but like he just wanted that title opportunity after destroying Buckley, who everyone was praising for the next big thing. Oh, after Buckley beats Usman, he's 100% gonna get a title shot, and then Usman schools him, and everyone's like, well, you gotta win 1,000 more times. I get it, but he definitely ducked Belal.
I think the front runner right now is Morales, right?
Yeah.
The performance he had, the streak he's on. So for me, I got to outperform his performance.
Mm-hmm. What about this whole Ilia Topuria X factor? Do you think that happens, or do you think he ends up staying at lightweight and we kind of keep these two apart for now?
Yeah, I think he's going to stay at lightweight. For him to just keep skipping up, unless Islam decides he wants that fight and he goes back down and the UFC pays him to go back down, it doesn't really make any sense for
Don't.
Ilya to go up and then just throw away that 155 division. He has Gaethje there for a shot. He has Patty there for a shot. So I think there's some guys there. I mean, Arman and Hooker are fighting this weekend, right? I
Yeah.
think the Arman should have fought him. So for me, it's the lightweight still has guys there. So I don't think it really makes any sense for the UFC to
Yeah,
have
Ilya just talking. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. Fight Armin after he wins this weekend and lose, nigga.
that happen.
Yeah.
Or beat him. If Ilya could beat Armin, that'd be cool.
There's too many good welterweights right now. It's I want to see Islam fight some of these guys and just see how much he can enhance the legacy. But what do you think of this? I agree with everything you said about Usman, but it seems like Islam is pushing for that fight as well. What do you make of that?
That's Ali in his ear. That's Ali planting his seeds. That's what Ali does, man. He plays the puppet master.
Shibai.
But at the end of the day, the UFC's in charge, and it's like, do you want to put this old fart with no knees in a title fight? Like, you can't count on a guy like that who's just a coward.
Yeah. Do you think so? You don't see that being likely? I mean, I
Bro, listen, if that fight falls apart, and if Belal wins this weekend, brother, Usman Belal, they talk, my favorites, but I'd love it.
kind of get Islam's side. Like it's like the John Jones Stipe thing. You want to get this legendary.
Yo, what the hell are they comparing Stipe to fucking Usman for? Stipe was on like 3-year layoff. And I think a loss as well, and then came back and fought him. What are you on about, bro? Usman just fought this year and schooled Buckley, who just schooled Kobe, and Kobe's supposed to be like great wrestling, and then Buckley had great takedown defense apparently in that fight, and then he won against Usman. Everyone's talking about his takedown defense sucks. Don't try to ever compare that. That just got me tight, bro. Apologize, man. Apologize, man. You better apologize.
The easy fight out the way.
Yeah, like you want to get it on your resume right before he's gone.
No, I mean, I think for these guys, they're never the type to say, "Oh,
Stop saying Usman's an easy fight, Belal. Brother, I respect you. You good guy, brother. If he easy fight, Hamza smash.
I only want to fight this guy," or "only want to fight." Them guys willing to fight anybody. Guys, they're never the type to say, "Oh, I only want to fight this guy," or "only want to fight." Them guys willing to fight anybody. And like you said, especially with these young guys that had these huge performances this weekend, there's better guys that deserve it, guys that earn it, instead of sitting out 4 years and then beating a guy like Buckley, and not like a great performance either.
Yeah, a lot of stuff can change, but I assume you think you might need another fight after this. Is a rematch with Jack of interest at all to you at all, or do you
hell
really care
no
about getting that one back?
Hell no. Who the hell gives about that? Hell no.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you lose, you want to get that one back, right? For myself, I got to get past Ian, and then I can start thinking about what's next. But for me, I just got to worry about Saturday.
As long as you're gonna wrestle, I don't know.
Shutting this kid up, not giving him a chance to talk, and not giving him a chance to breathe.
Yeah. Two last things here, Belal.
I like the way you said that. Don't give him a chance to talk or breathe. Like, pack him up, rush him, and wrestle.
What did you make of everything that happened outside the octagon with Team Habib and Dylan Dennis? That happened right in front of me. Like all that footage that's going around was mine.
Really? You should have threw a couple of kicks in there, bro.
What's that?
You should have threw a couple kicks in there.
It got a little crazy for a sec. Once they started plowing the rows of media section and the barriers over, it was like, this is maybe getting a little out of hand. It kept going and going.
Yeah, I mean, that's like what happens to a troll when they're in real life. A guy that really doesn't know how to fight. A loser like that he deserved it. He deserved to be in a coma. I was hoping that we'd never have to hear this loser talk again. So I'm glad that these guys shut him up and put him in his place.
Yeah, well, we won't be seeing him at UFC fights anymore, according to Dana. And then the other bit of news.
Yeah.
You mentioned Jake Paul's name. They just announced him and Anthony Joshua in a boxing match for December 19th. What's your thoughts on that one and how it goes?
Oh, Dana announced it?
Yeah, it's official. Heavyweight fight, 8 rounds, 3 minutes, a pro fight.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, the kid's got guts, right? Sure. I'm excited. I'm gonna watch it, see what happens.
All right, guys. Overall, interesting interview. My whole thing with this interview, guys, is just like, as long as Belal is just talking, then I think it's fine. I just think the game plan and just him saying it out loud, it's just like, I don't know what's the purpose, man. This really shouldn't. It's not gonna be an easy fight no matter what, but it should be easier than you think. But if Belal wants to make this fight hard, he'll make it hard. And I just don't believe there's a world where he could just stand. There's a world he could smother and outwork Gary, but he's gonna need to mix in the wrestling with the striking. If he says he's gonna strike and wrestle, then he's gonna he could even knock out Gary. I believe him. If he mixes and puts the takedown throw in early, but if he's not going to wrestle the whole first round and wait for him to get tired or something and then wrestle, he's not going to beat Ian Garry. But listen, prediction video breakdown coming soon, guys. We're going to figure this out. But as of right now, I was very confident, but I don't know anymore. Let's see what happens in this fight, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. That's it for me. And brother, God bless. 2, 3, 4.